Hey guys, so today me and Shay are here sitting in my closet. Yeah, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, this is where my bookshelves are, so yeah, this is what we got today. So here's for a new background. Today I am going to be doing a new tag that I've never done, though it's been here for a while. It's called the Reread, Rewrite, or Burn tag. It was created by Lauren Ann, and I'll put a link down to her video below. But I was inspired to do this tag because I recently saw it on Books and Lala's channel, and it just sounded like a lot of fun. So I thought I would give it a shot. So I have 50 book titles in this little jar here, or this vase. And yeah, I'm gonna pick out 3. I'll probably do like 10 rounds, and just pick out 3 and go from there. So yeah, round 1. I'm kind of nervous because all my books are like very, very different, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna go, but we'll see. So the first 3 is Sold, Lucky You. Oh, I picked 4. Okay. And The Weight of Feathers. Okay, so I have all 3 of the books. The Weight of Feathers by Anna Marie McLemore, Lucky You by Erica Carter, and Sold by Patricia McCormick. Yeah, so these are all 3 of the books. I would definitely reread The Weight of Feathers. I have like a little wrap up of this book, but I really liked it. I thought it was very cute and very like just romantic and sweet, and I love the little touches of surrealism and just like the whole idea of discrimination that's kind of played up in this story. The idea that having a beautiful appearance isn't always necessary. And just the characters were really intriguing, so definitely I would reread this one. Now, these 2 are pretty hard because I did not really like either of these books, to be honest. I don't know. And this one's just on a very touchy subject. Sold is about like sex trafficking. I feel like I would rewrite Sold, actually. I think this book is kind of like told through poems, I guess you could say, and I just don't think that format really did a very good job of telling her story. So I would definitely rewrite that aspect and kind of make it into more of a cohesive narrative so we can get a better idea of the main character and that sort of thing. And this book, I guess I would burn Lucky You. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Honestly, I don't even know why it's still on my shelf. So yeah, but that first one wasn't that hard. So let's go to round 2. Okay, I have Fangirl, Rook, and The Animators. So here are all 3 of these books. We have Rook by Sharon Cameron, Fangirl by Rainbow Rao, and The Animators by Kayla Ray Whitaker. I already know that this is the one I'm gonna burn. I DNF'd this book actually, but I feel like I've read enough to where I get the gist of the story. It was not for me. I did not really enjoy it, so this one I'm burning. The next 2, I would probably, this one's kind of tough. I think I would reread Rook. I know a lot of people didn't really like this book, but I thought it was actually really nice. It was just a really enjoyable read. So if I was ever feeling like in a reading slump or just not feeling good, I would definitely want to reread this one. So I would say reread this one. And Fangirl, I guess I would rewrite. If I were to rewrite something of Fangirl, I think I would rewrite main love interest, his character. I think I would just rewrite, he's a little too nice to Kath at times, and that kind of bothered me. Like, I get that you're a sensitive, nice guy, but like, the way Kath treats him sometimes, it's like, you need to stick up for yourself. So I would rewrite his character just to be a little more, you know, not as nice all the time. Also, not a really hard one. So let's go to round 3. So for this one, we have Blood Dragons, A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and The Queen of the Tearling. Oof, this one's gonna be hard. So we have The Blood Dragons by Rosemary A. Johns, Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, and Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. This one's hard. I really liked all three of these books. Like, honestly, I don't know which one to burn. Oh, I don't know. I guess I would rewrite Blood Dragons. The ending was a little too fast-paced for me, and I think it just kind of rushed the ending a little bit, so I would rewrite the ending so that it's a little more faster paced and a more, I guess, pleasing ending for me personally. Reread. I really love this book, and I really want to read it again just to get more understanding of like the artificial intelligence, and just I feel like I didn't grasp all the concepts Becky Chambers was trying to say in this book, so I would have to say reread this one, and I guess burn Queen of the Tearling, which is like, I would never do this because I love this book. I think it does a lot of things really well, and it's just, but yeah, I'm burning Queen of the Tearling. That one was a doozy. So we're on round 4 now. Okay. So for this one we have Cities I've Never Lived In, which is like a short story collection. I don't really know how to say that. It's Vietnamese, but I'll show you the book. And Annihilation. So these are the 3 books. Man by Kim Thuy, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, and Cities I've Never Lived In by Sarah Mashka. I have to go ahead and just start off by burning Cities I've Never Lived In. This book just didn't do anything for me. The short stories in here were strange in a good way, but just didn't really stick with me in a way that I wanted, so burning this book. I would reread Man, because this book was just amazing. It's very short, and it kind of has like each like, they're like little chapters, I guess. I don't know how you would describe them, but they're just little snippets into her story. Basically, she is Vietnamese. She moves to Canada and kind of goes into this arranged marriage with this guy that owns a Vietnamese restaurant, and she kind of uses cooking as a way to escape and just bring herself back to her home and feel comfortable, and then she kind of has an affair with the chef. So it's just a really amazing book. And I guess I would rewrite Annihilation. I don't know, I really liked this book, but there were aspects I wish we would know more at the end of this book. It leaves on such a huge cliffhanger. You're very unsure of what goes on, and I just wish I had more clarification, more understanding of what was going on at the end of this book. I haven't read the rest of the series, so maybe it all will make sense after I'm finished reading the other 2 books, but yeah, that's what I would rewrite about Annihilation. So I think we're on round 5? Yeah, round 5. Drop in things. Okay, so the first book we have is The Sight, The Mothers, and Ready Player One. So these are the 3 books. The Mothers by Britt Bennett, The Sight by David Clementine Davis, and Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Whew, this is another tough one. These books are all really enjoyable. I don't know. I guess I would rewrite The Mothers. Again, the ending was satisfying, but I would have liked to know what like happens to her like at the end. It just seems to end in a way that I could have done more with, that she could have done more with. So I would rewrite The Mothers, even though I don't really think there's a ton that needs to be done with this book. It was amazing, but yeah, I'd have to go with rewriting The Mothers. I would reread Ready Player One because this book is so fun and enjoyable. And The Sight, I Guess I Am Burning. I do like this book, but compared to the other two, yeah, I gotta burn it. Alright, we're down to round 6. Okay, so we have Resurgence, The Isle of Youth, and His Dark Materials. I know there's 3 books in His Dark Materials, but my copy is like 1 book, so I kind of just lumped them together. So here are the books. We have Resurgence by A.J. Fowler, The Isle of Youth by Laura Vandenberg, and His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. Since I just recently read this one, I'm not gonna go with a reread for this one. I would probably reread Isle of Youth. This is a short story collection. It kind of has a lot of like dark elements to it. A lot of the stories take place in Florida, and it's just a really interesting book, so I'd love to check this out. Last time I read it was like in college, so it'd definitely be worth rereading. I guess I would rewrite The Dark Materials, which seems very pretentious because there's not a lot you can really improve upon on this series. Like, this is a really amazing series. I just wish that the last 2 books in the series kind of had that same feel as the first one. The first one, you get a very good picture of like Lyra's world, and I really love that aspect, and I wish that would have kind of like continued on for the rest of the 2 books, but that's, I don't know, that's like pushing it. I don't know, but if I had to rewrite something, I guess that would be it. And I guess I am burning Resurgence. Sorry. Round 7. Okay. 3 scenarios in which Kelly loses a tail, Dreamland, and Uprooted. So these are the 3 books. We have 3 scenarios in which Hana Sasaki grows a tail by Kelly Luce, Dreamland by Sarah Dessen, and Uprooted by Naomi Novak. I'd have to go off and start with burning Uprooted, even though I feel like that would be crazy considering how beautiful this cover is, but I just did not really gel well with this book. It did not really do much for me. I actually ended up DNFing it when I had like maybe 50 pages left to go, so I just was not really into it. Now these are big. I really want to reread both of them because I don't know. I guess I would reread 3 scenarios. This book is just really amazing. It's been a while since I've picked it up again, and I don't know, I've been in the mood to read a lot of short stories. And this book, this tag has been making me kind of want to go back and reread some of these books. But yeah, I would pick this one for reread. And rewrite, I would do this one, even though it's been a while since I've read a Sarah Dessen book. So I would love to reread it just to see what my opinions are, since I'm kind of matured a lot since I've read them. But I would rewrite this one and kind of make it darker even. This kind of talks about like domestic abuse. Well, they're in a relationship, so it's the girl gets abused, but I think it's kind of light in terms of that. I mean, it's obviously young adult for a younger audience, but I would love to see this book go a little darker. So yeah, that's what I would rewrite. Okay, I think we're on 8. Yeah, round 8. Oops, dropped one. Okay. We have Americana, Self-Help, and The Martian. Ooh, I already know this one's gonna be hard. So here are the 3 books. We have The Martian by Andy Weir, Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and Self-Help by Lori Moore. This is gonna be really hard. I don't know which one I want to burn. I usually start. I don't know. What would I want to read? I guess I'm gonna have to go with reread Americana. I had mixed feelings about this book, and I'd love to see what I would feel going into it again. and kind of just reading it for a second time. So I would definitely reread Americana. This is gonna feel like a cop-out, but I'm gonna reread The Martian and kind of use Books and Lala's way. I really liked how she thought about rewriting it, is giving him like a romantic partner in the book to see kind of what her perspective would be when he's on the planet. I think that's actually a really interesting element that this book was lacking, so I'm gonna go with that too, but it's totally not my idea whatsoever. And I guess I'm burning self-help. Oh, this is like just one of these books that I loved when I was in college, and it really got me interested. So my camera died, but I am back. I was talking about self-help and how I was gonna burn this book, and it's really just sad to say that because I really love this book, and it's like the first book that I read that was a short story collection, also told in the second person, and just don't want to burn it, but gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, that's who I'm burning. So we're gonna do round 9 now. So the first one is Digital Geishas and Talking Frogs, Red Queen, and The Girl with All the Gifts. So here are the 3 books. We have Digital Geishas and Talking Frogs, which is this anthology of short stories by Japanese authors. We have Girl with All the Gifts by M.C. Carey, and The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Definitely gonna reread Digital Geishas and Talking Frogs because I absolutely love Japanese authors. Their writing style is so interesting and intriguing, and it's been a while since I've read this one, so yeah, I would love to pick it up again and just see what it's all about. I've been saying that I want to read a lot of short story collections, so maybe that's something I should do soon. I think I'm gonna rewrite Red Queen because I think this book had a lot of potential, but it followed a lot of the tropes that a lot of YA novels are following these days, and I think it could have been a lot better if it just did its own thing. And I also would say my main issue is the setting. It's very unclear, like what time period we're in, this place looks like, and I feel like I would write in more atmospheric setting type things to this book. And yeah, I'm gonna have to burn The Girl with All the Gifts. I just couldn't get into this book. I think the concept was really interesting, but the execution just didn't really do anything for me. So sorry, but I'm burning you. So this is the last round, number 10. Hopefully we got some good ones. This has been really hard. Okay, so the first one we have is Illuminae, Every Heart a Doorway, and Hairstyles of the Damned. Ooh, I know this one is gonna be tough. Okay, so here are the 3 books. We have Every Heart a Doorway by Shawnee McGuire, Hairstyles of the Damned by Joe Menno, and Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I already know I'm gonna burn Illuminae just because compared to these other books, which I believe were both 5 stars, this just wasn't as great. I mean, I enjoyed it, but compared to the other 2, this one is definitely the burn one. As far as rewrite, I think I would reread this one actually because it's been a while, like all of the other ones, but this one's more about like coming of age during high school, and I would love to get those feels back and see if I still enjoy it as much as I did when I picked it up the first time. So I would reread this one, and to rewrite this one, I would have to say I just want it to be longer, so I would just make it longer, but without losing the story or the plot or anything. That's what I'm kind of afraid of, because like I wanted more in this book, but I was not sure if it would have still captured me in the same way if it had been longer. So, but that's, if I could change one thing, that would be it. Just make this book like 100 pages longer? Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, that was the reread, rewrite, or burn tag, and I really enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. Thank God I don't actually have to burn any of these books because some of those decisions were really, really hard. Let me know if you were like happy with my decisions, wanted to burn some books that I decided to reread or rewrite. I'd love to see what you kind of thought about my choices and what you would do differently. And yeah, and also if you want to see like a tour of my bookshelves and spend some more time in my closet, let me know. I might be doing a bookshelf tour. They're not really the most fun for me to watch, so I'm not really interested in doing a huge bookshelf tour, but I might do like just pick out my favorite books from each shelf and kind of show you around. I don't know, but if it's something you're interested in, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.